Fifth line, welcome to Nationwide Arena as we honor Blue Jacket legend Rick Nash, and we raise his iconic number 61 to the rafters. And now, would you please welcome to the ice Rick's wife, Jessica, and their children, Mac, Finn, and Ellie, as well as Rick's mother, Liz.
Short-handed, Rick Nash walks in, scores!
Fifth line, please welcome to the ice, number 61, Rick Nash. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to take you through tonight's ceremony, please welcome television voice of your Columbus Blue Jackets, Jeff Rimmer.
Blue Jacket fans, I would like to thank you for joining us here tonight for what will be a historic night for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I would also like to welcome all of those of you that are watching on television and everyone listening on the Blue Jackets radio network. Since the first puck dropped here at Nationwide, back on October 7th, 2000, over 300 players have worn the Columbus Blue Jackets jersey. Those players have taken to the ice wearing 79 different numbers. Tonight, we're here because of one number, and that stood out above all the rest. Number 61. Over the course of 22 years of Blue Jackets hockey, there has been only one player to wear number 61, and tonight we ensure that will never happen again. At this time, I'd like to thank some guests that have joined us here to help make this night possible. Thank you to our presenting partners, Ohio Health and Nationwide, and to Howie Burrow of the Hockey Hall of Fame, who's here tonight with the Maurice Richard Trophy. On the morning of June 22nd, 2002, the Blue Jackets held the 3rd overall pick in that weekend's National Hockey League entry draft. They had their eye on a young kid from Brampton, Ontario, and they made the decision to orchestrate a trade with the Florida Panthers to acquire the first overall pick. What they knew that day was that they were selecting a 6'4" power forward who had displayed a goal scorer's touch in 2 seasons with the Ontario Hockey League's London Knights. Rare combination of strength and grace. They knew this guy had the ability to be a difference maker on the ice, which is exactly what Rick Nash proved in his first National Hockey League game. On October 10th, 2002, against the Chicago Blackhawks, he became the first overall pick to score a goal in his first National Hockey League game in his draft year since the great Mario Lemieux in 1984. By the end of his rookie season, he was a Calder Memorial Trophy finalist, and he earned a spot on the National Hockey League's all-rookie team. But he didn't stop there. In his second season, 2003-2004, he became the youngest player in NHL history to lead the league in goals at the age of 19, as he shared the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy with Jerome McGinley and Ilya Kovalchuk. Rick helped put the Blue Jackets on the hockey map. He represented Columbus at 5 All-Star games, including 2008, when he set the record for the fastest goal scored in an All-Star game, just 12 seconds in, and he collected the 15th hat trick in All-Star game history. He shined on the international stage as well, as he represented Canada at numerous World Championships and at the Winter Olympics 3 times, including 2006, 2010 as a Blue Jacket, and winning gold at the 2010-2014 games. The memorable moments he proved and his impact on the Blue Jackets organization are indelible. In January 2008, he scored the most dynamic goal in club history. And it was the goal of the year in the National Hockey League. Now, I remember that goal, and I remember as if it was yesterday. Rick took a very questionable penalty. I don't believe I'd ever seen Rick as upset as he was in heading to the penalty box. And coming out, Rick Nash was a man on a mission. He darted down the ice, turned not one, but 2, quality defensemen, defensive defensemen, if you will, and Derek Morris and Keith Ballard, and he turned them around as if they were turnstiles, and he beat goaltender Michael Telquist, and they're still talking about that goal today. Rick was named the 5th captain of Blue Jackets history in March of 2008. He made NHL history on March 7th, 2009 against the Detroit Red Wings when he became the first player since the Canadiens legend Maurice the Rocket Richard in 1948 to record an unassisted hat trick. Think about it, unassisted hat trick. But for all Rick's greatness on the ice, what the Blue Jackets also got that day in June of 2002 was much, much more than a hockey player. They got an ambassador, a philanthropist, a role model. Rick became the face of a young franchise looking to make its mark on the ice and in the community. Rick's on-ice achievements speak for themselves. They only tell, though, part of his story as a Blue Jacket. The thrills he provided on the ice were matched by the contributions that he made off the ice and throughout Central Ohio. His dedication and commitment set a standard for his teammates and all Blue Jackets that followed him. He was recognized league-wide for his work in the community. And in 2009, when he was named the winner of the NHL's Foundation Player Award, given each player, and it goes to that player each year, who applies the core values of hockey, commitment, perseverance, and teamwork, to enrich the lives of people in his community. John H. McConnell. Yes, Mr. Mack, the late Blue Jackets founder and majority owner, brought this team to this community because it had been so good to him and his family. Mr. Mack wanted a team that gave 110% on the ice and was committed to improving the lives of those that needed help. He lived his life and he built his business on the golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated. And that was the expectation that he had for every member of the Blue Jackets organization. And Rick Nash, ladies and gentlemen, certainly has lived up to it. As one of the individuals asked to deliver a eulogy at Mr. Mack's funeral service in the spring of 2008, Rick looked skyward and he made Mr. Mack a promise that the team would win. And the following season, he made sure that the team fulfilled that promise. With 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation of the 80th game of the season, Rick scored the game-tying goal against the Chicago Blackhawks, and that goal forced overtime and earned the 1 point that was needed to secure the franchise's first trip to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Over the course of 9 seasons as a Blue Jacket, Rick led the club in goals in each of his final 8 seasons and points 6 times, including each of the final 5. He set and still holds numerous franchise records, including games played, goals, assists, points, power play goals, and game-winning goals. So tonight, we all come together as hockey fans, as a community, as a city, as members of the Blue Jackets family to honor Rick Nash. He gave us the gift of his talent, his humanity, and tonight we say thank you. Tonight we honor the first great Blue Jacket. Tonight we officially retire Rick's number 61. We raise it to the rafters where it will live and be seen by generations of young hockey players who grew up like Rick with big dreams, the work ethic to make those dreams come true, and the humility to enrich the lives of those around him throughout the journey. At this time, I would like you to please welcome, on behalf of the Blue Jackets ownership, John H. McConnell II.
Thank you very much, Rimmer. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. What is a historic night for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Last fall, my father was thrilled to surprise Rick with the news of his jersey retirement. And tonight, I'm extremely proud to represent my family and the Blue Jackets ownership group as we honor Rick. There's been a special relationship between my family and Rick. My father and brother Porter were on the stage in Toronto when we drafted Rick in 2002. Rick and my grandfather developed a very special relationship throughout his career, and I still remember the beautiful words he spoke in my grandfather's memorial service in 2008. As someone who loves hockey and plays the game, Rick has always been an inspiration to me and so many others in the Columbus hockey community. He's played a significant role in the growth of hockey throughout Central Ohio. All you need to do is look at the number of kids playing the game here now, and the number of players from Columbus that have gone into play in college and professionally. But his commitment to helping those in need in our community is the way he treated others and the impression that he has been very impressive on the ice and off. He is one of the best hockey players in the world, but you never know it by the way he carried himself. He's always treated other people with respect, showed great humility and class in everything he did. Now, I've known Rick since we were both teenagers, and now we're closing in on 40, married, with kids. The time really does fly. I feel very fortunate to have watched him play throughout his extraordinary career, representing the Blue Jackets for a quarter of our lives, and to call him a friend. Rick, congratulations. I can think of no one more deserving than being the first Blue Jacket having their jersey retired. Now, it's not much of a secret. Many hockey players out there love to play golf. And Rick is no exception to this rule. Now, there's one thing I know for a fact that you've wanted to do, and that's bucket list item number 1, to be able to play golf at Augusta National. Now, Augusta's not the easiest place in the world to get on, but Rick, on behalf of my family, my father has asked me to invite you and a guest to play with him and a member at Augusta later this year, if you want to work it in your schedule. Well, we have one more thing to give you on behalf of the Blue Jackets organization. You probably can't take this with you to Augusta, though. Might be a little hard. But I'd like to present you and your family a custom Icon electric golf cart. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Rick, for all the extraordinary things you've done representing the Columbus community, the hockey world, and the Blue Jackets. Thank you.
Wow, how sweet is that? And your bucket list, number 1. How about a hand for the ownership group? Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to introduce Blue Jackets President of Hockey Operations and alternate team governor, Mr. John Davidson.
Thanks very much, Jeff. Congratulations, Rick. As the cart was coming out, they had mentioned, or John had mentioned, that you're bringing a guest, and Jarmo's already given me the dates that he's available, so just thought I'd mention it. Good evening, Fifth Line. What a wonderful night this is. It is my honor to be here to represent the Columbus Blue Jackets organization, President Mike Priest, of course, General Manager Jarmo Kekalainen, our coaches, players, and all the wonderful people that make up the Blue Jackets family. I've been very blessed to be a part of the National Hockey League for nearly 50 years as a player, as a broadcaster, and an executive, and I think our game is the best in the world. One of the great things about hockey is its rich and storied history. And that's a word, history, that you're hearing a lot tonight, which is important because it's moments like this that will be a part of the story of the Columbus Blue Jackets forever. Our organization is one of the youngest in the NHL, and building history takes time. Tonight, we take a significant step in our journey as a franchise. Retiring your number is the greatest honor a team can bestow for a player. And I cannot think of anyone more deserving of being the first Blue Jacket to have his number retired than Rick Nash. I've watched Rick's career from afar, but always admired the way he played the game. He played it the right way. He's a big man who can skate. He could beat you in the hard areas of the ice, or he could beat you with skill. And having gotten to know him personally, since my return to the organization, I admire him even more as a person. Rick's contributions to the Blue Jackets began and were significant on the ice, but I can tell you they have not ended there. He continues to have a positive impact upon our organization every day as our Director of Player Development. He's an important part of our hockey operations management team, and we are extremely lucky to have him. Rick is a Blue Jacket. Now, he may have left for a little bit, and that does happen, but he found his way home. He found his way home, and like all of us here tonight, he is a Blue Jacket. And after tonight, everyone who comes into this building and looks to the rafters and sees his name in number 61 will be reminded of exactly that and all the great moments that he gave us. It's going to be very special. Along with those wonderful gifts, we, on behalf of the organization, are proud to present Rick with a custom blue jacket. It was designed especially for Rick by King & Bay, one of the world's premier custom fine clothiers. The jacket is capital blue accented with a red label buttonhole. The lining of the jacket features over 40 personal photos of Rick's family and images of his Columbus career. It also recognizes his numerous accomplishments with the club and is monogrammed with his name and today's date. General Manager Jarmo Kekalainen, come on up. Rick, come on up. Yeah, go around.
How awesome and unique is that? Our next guest joined the Blue Jackets 2 years before the team ever hit the ice and spent the next 9 years putting together a team in front office while preaching the gospel of hockey to everyone and anyone that would listen, even a few more that wouldn't. He believed that Columbus would be a great hockey market, and he worked tirelessly to help make it so. He is also the man responsible for Rick Nash becoming a Blue Jacket, making the trade with the Florida Panthers at the 2002 draft to secure the first overall pick. Fifth line, please welcome former Blue Jackets president, general manager, and head coach, Mr. Doug MacLean.
Wow, I really appreciate that. It's been a while since I've been back, and what an unbelievable event to come to, and I really appreciate the invitation. Walking up to the arena tonight was pretty surreal, and I'll never forget the first time I came to Columbus, and Mr. McConnell, Mr. Mack, drove me down and showed me a gravel spot on the ground and said, that is where our arena's going, right there. And I looked around and there was not one other thing around it, and I thought, wow, this is going to be pretty special. And to see Nationwide Arena today and Brian Ellis's vision of the Arena District, it is just unbelievably impressive and unbelievably proud to see it. As you know, you've heard so many stories about Mr. Mack, but Mr. Mack used to tell me on a regular basis, and he did this in his mid-70s. He bought the Columbus Blue Jackets for Columbus, so that Columbus would have a professional hockey team. How many people do that? First time I phoned him about the job, I said, I don't know if you know me, Mr. Mack, but I'd like to talk to you about the general manager's job. And he said to me, I know you, you're the guy that just got fired in Florida. He was a special guy, to say the least. And he loved Rick Nash, by the way. He loved Rick Nash as much as anybody. Just another gentleman that was one of my mentors when I was here was a guy that we lost in the past year, John Christie, who was really responsible, along with Mr. Mack and Mike and the group, to bring the Blue Jackets here. And I was thinking of John Christie today because he loved Rick Nash, and he loved playing golf with you. He was a terrific guy. So anyway, the draft in Toronto, I think of it so often because we were so lucky to get Rick Nash the player, but we were more lucky to get Rick Nash the person. We knew he was a talented guy. We knew he was a talented hockey player, but we sure didn't know how good a person he was. And he was a better person than he was a hockey player, and that's saying a lot. Now, today I saw the Arnold Schwarzenegger event going on, and I thought of Rick Nash because at his first fitness test in year one, he had one bench press, and Jared Bowl had 20. One. Obviously, the bench press didn't affect his scoring because it was a year or so later that he won the Rocket Richard when he scored his 41st goal in Detroit, and I'll never forget that night as long as I live. When it first came to Columbus, there was 700 people playing minor hockey. And Rick Nash became the face of hockey in Columbus. And to think today, there's 7,500 people involved in youth hockey. Boys, girls, adult league, referees and coaches, 7,500, and it has become one of the greatest hockey markets in the United States. And Rick Nash was one of the main reasons why that happened. I remember talking to Sean Corrali, saying that when Rick Nash walked into his dressing room in Boston, he got chills because he was such an idol of Rick's. Rick was such an idol of his when he was growing up. Rick sold the game of hockey in Columbus and throughout Ohio. Unbelievable job, man. Once again, Jessica, Mac, Finn, Ellie, Rick's mom, congratulations. Congratulations on the job. You got a wonderful dad, but moms are unbelievably critical to success. I know that. Thank you very much. It's just a thrill to be here. Congratulations to the Blue Jackets and to the fifth line, and all the best. Let's make the playoffs.
Wow. How about a hand for Doug McLean? First time since I've known him, he hasn't talked about himself. In 2006, the Blue Jackets hired our next guest as the 4th coach in franchise history. He brought him a winning pedigree and a Stanley Cup, went on to lead Columbus to his first ever postseason appearance in 2008-2009. 2 quick Hitch stories. Now, people that know me know that I like to name drop, but tonight, for obvious reasons, I will not name names. Now, both these players are former captains. The first story that was shared with me was the night Hitch was behind the bench, not with the Blue Jackets, but with another National Hockey League team. And Hitch was whining. Sound familiar? And he was just driving his players nuts. The player in question, the captain, went to the official, talked to the referee, and pleaded with him to toss Hitch out of the game because he was driving the players crazy. Well, the other story, and very sincerely, this other captain said to me, and he had a few coaches, there was not a better coach to play for than Hitchcock, because what he said about Coach Hitchcock was if you followed his game plan, you would win the majority of your games. And we certainly saw proof of that here in Columbus with Hitch behind the bench. Without further ado, let's welcome back the former head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Mr. Ken Hitchcock.
I don't know if this is going to work, Rick, but I didn't like talking to you, but my back to you. So when I came here to Columbus, Rick was here, and he was really one of the top skilled players in the league. But this, to me, when you become a legacy, this becomes a great day for everybody connected with the city of Columbus, the Blue Jackets, and your family. This is a grand day for all of us when you start the legacy that this franchise is going to continue to have. So congratulations. Rick, you changed your game so our team could gain the respect that we badly wanted in the National Hockey League. And we both know how difficult that was. You embraced the 200-foot game with and without the puck, and it allowed the team to grow quickly, and we became a respected opponent throughout the league, and we did it almost overnight. And I really am grateful for that. That 200-foot game allowed you to become one of the most dominant players in the National Hockey League. You became dominant not only in the National Hockey League, but on the world stage. In 2010 and 2014, we asked you to do some tough tasks, to play against the other team's best players, to shut them down, and to outscore them. And those gold medals are a direct result of the success that you had on the ice for us. I feel like I was the luckiest person in the world to watch your dedication and commitment transform our team into such an incredible working group, and a group that really fought and played for each other. You led the charge so others could follow, and they followed very, very quickly. But what I'm more impressed with is that you and Jessica came back to raise your family, to work for the Blue Jackets, and live in one of the greatest cities in North America. Congratulations. Last and not least, don't be embarrassed by this. You've earned it. You deserve it. Congratulations.
Rick, there are many others who wanted to congratulate you on your big night. Let's take a look at the video board.
Rick, I just wanted to congratulate you on this honor. Definitely deserve it. I remember being there your first year in the NHL. It was my first year in Columbus. It was a pleasure to be a teammate of yours.
Hey, buddy. Just wanted to say congratulations on having your number 61 retired. What a great achievement. Well deserved. You had an amazing career.
Hey, Rick, it's JT. Just want to say congratulations to you on your big night. It couldn't happen to a better guy, and it's well deserved.
Nasher, 61 going in the rafters. Congratulations, bud. It was an honor playing beside you.
I always had the pleasure to coach him, and to see him getting his number retired with the Columbus Blue Jackets, outstanding, well-deserved award, and congratulations, Rick, to you and your family.
Nasher, congratulations on an unbelievable career. Was fortunate to get a chance to play with you, have so many great memories playing together.
Hi Rick, it's Rips from Prague, from the Czech Republic. Congratulations to your jersey celebration, buddy. It was a great time to have you on the team, and I wish you success in the future, buddy.
Congrats, Nasher, having your jersey retired. First player in Blue Jackets history. It's quite an honor, and couldn't be happier for you, buddy. Congrats again.
Hey, Nasher, Jerome McGinley here. Congratulations on having your jersey retired. Awesome. First one in Columbus Blue Jackets history. Very, very well deserved.
Hey, Nasher, just want to congratulate you on having your number retired here in Columbus. You brought so many wonderful memories to the fans, so it's only fitting that you have your number retired here for that legend to continue and to be talked about in Blue Jackets history forevermore.
Nasher, just want to say congratulations. Having your jersey in the rafters in Columbus. For the rest of the time, it's a pretty special honor.
Nasher, congratulations on an unbelievable night and a huge honor, one of which you absolutely deserve.
Hi Rick, just want to congratulate you on your jersey being retired. It's an amazing honor, and you did so much for the city and the team in Columbus, and it's only fitting that your jersey is going to be up there in the rafters forever.
Nasher, hits you. I just wanted to send a congratulatory note on getting that number raised to the rafters in Columbus. Being the first one says a lot. An amazing career, an amazing feat, and a lot of this.
What a great honor it is for me to say a few words about Rick Nash. What a tremendous hockey player, what a great person, so well deserving of this night. You made hockey so much bigger and better in Columbus. Congratulations to you and your family. Well done.
There are several other people who sent messages, and you will see them throughout tonight's game. But at this time, I'd like to introduce the Blue Jackets' third-round pick in the 2001 draft. A defenseman, played 4 seasons with the Blue Jackets alongside Rick, during which the two formed a close and lasting friendship. He currently serves as the Blue Jackets' team relations specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome former Blue Jackets defenseman Aaron Johnson.
Fifth line, you may not remember me, but I remember you. I actually played most of my career on the fifth line, so we have that in common. It's great to be back here in Columbus, and even better to be back here nationwide. You guys really are the most loyal fans, and we're grateful to have you. It's an absolute honor to be speaking here tonight. I look around and think of all the players and teammates that could be here, and still don't know how I was put in this group of hockey greats. Doug McLean, for example. Doug actually drafted and coached Rick and I. It's great to see Doug. But to be honest, when I heard he'd be speaking before me, I just assumed he'd take up all the time and I wouldn't get a chance to say anything, so. Hitch, great to see Hitch. One of the great minds of our game. Hitch gave me the best seat in the house most nights to watch Rick play. Usually on the bench or up in the press box right up there. It's great to see you again, Hitch. But on a more serious note, Mr. McConnell and your family, on behalf of all the players that get to wear the Blue Jackets jersey, thank you. What you and your family have done for this team, organization, and city is remarkable, and we're all lucky to be a part of it. JD, Yarmo, Mike, what you guys do behind the scenes to continue to improve this team and organization is incredible. Things I never realized as a player. So thanks for allowing me to be a small part of it. Bowler, I got to keep this PG, so I'll just say congratulations. Just as you did as a player, you protect and teach these guys how to be pros. It's great to see you killing it. Finally, quick shout out to our alumni. I think we have close to 20 local alumni now, with most of them working in hockey in some capacity. So that's great for our local program. Jody Shelley has taken the lead of the alumni, so hopefully we will see you at some local alumni events real soon. Well, Nasher, I tried to kill as much time as possible talking about other people, but I guess at some point I should say a couple things about you. You truly are a professional. I look back at all the years that we played together and try and find some way to embarrass you, but it's just impossible. I did find these, though. I don't know if that was a Nickelback phase or what's going on. And then, is this a Backstreet Boys with the frosted tips? Great shirt, Doug. And then I don't know what's going on here. The year Nasher won the Maurice Richard Trophy, I was lucky enough to live with him. I saw firsthand the pressure and constant demand he had. Every other day, he was doing interviews, visiting hospitals or schools, or having to sign thousands of pitchers or pucks to help grow the game locally here in Columbus. And every time he was asked to do something, the answer was always yes. One summer, my brother was asked to put together a charity hockey game in Barrie, Ontario. So he called and asked if Rick and I would come and help him out. In other words, he was asking me to ask Rick if he would take time out of his summer vacation to play in a charity hockey game with politicians and local celebs. Rick, being Rick, of course agreed. And because of that, the inaugural game was a huge success. It's since gone on to raise millions for charities, and that wouldn't be the case without his help. This is just one of the many things that Rick has done that you've probably never heard of. He's one of the most thoughtful and caring guys. He's one of the most thoughtful and caring guys. In planning for tonight's event, I even asked him if there was anything he wanted included that would make the night even more special. After forcing him to give me something, he came up with two things. He said, find a way to include a certain song. Great. So I brought that up at our next meeting. It was immediately shut down because of copyright issues. -1. Tough start. Been there before. Secondly, he said, just keep it short. You know what it's like sitting on the bench for that long? Which I immediately replied, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what it's like to sit on the bench for that long. Just ask Hitch. But for once, we're going to appreciate you. That's Rick, always thinking of everyone else. The funny thing about Rick is if you walked into his house, you'd have no idea he won all these accolades. 2 gold medals, silver stick, all-star jerseys, 6 all-star jerseys, a number of different community awards, and a Maurice Richard trophy. Nowhere to be found. Most guys would have an office or a basement to show everything off, but not Rick. So for once, I'm excited he's going to receive something he can't hide away. Nasher, it's been an honor to play with you, and even better to watch you grow. I've seen the good days and the tough days, the ups and downs, the trades, the injuries, but you're still the great person and teammate today. You always told me Columbus would be home. Now it's official. On behalf of all your teammates, family, and friends, thanks for allowing us to be a part of the ride. We're also proud of you. No one is more deserving to be the first ever Blue Jacket raised to the rafters. Congratulations, brother. You earned it.
Hockey. It wasn't new to Columbus when the Blue Jackets arrived. In a city rich with sports history, hockey just needed a spark. On June 22nd, 2002, that's exactly what we got.
With the #1 selection in the draft, we select from the London Knights, Rick Nash.
There it is, Rick Nash, first overall in 2002.
At that moment, we didn't know just how special it would be.
We've got now a loose puck, Simon rebounded from the score! Rick Nash cashes in! Welcome to the National Hockey League, Rick Nash.
We knew he could play hockey. But we had no idea the impact he would have on this game, this team, and this community. Rick was such a presence on the ice with his size, speed, skill, and toughness. Man, could he do it all. Game winners, hat tricks, award-winning seasons, and some of the most memorable goals ever scored in the NHL.
Nice move, another nice move! You score! What a goal! It doesn't get any better than this! Rick Nash, how do you do?
From Calder finalist at 18 years old to wearing the C, to representing the Blue Jackets at All-Star game after All-Star game, and setting team record after team record, to capturing Olympic gold. It was because of Rick that kids all over Columbus were wearing number 61, dreaming of heading down the ice to score the game winner. No doubt the entire hockey world knew the player, Rick Nash. But it wasn't just the player. It was also the man off the ice. The man who made a promise to Mr. Mack.
Mr. Mack always told us how proud he was of us. It didn't matter whether we won or lost. Although I'm sure he would have us, rather us win a little more. We will, Mr. Mack, I promise.
The man who donated his time, his resources, and all of himself to this community. The man who helped build a strong foundation for youth hockey right here at home. A hometown hockey system so strong, it's paved the way for its own NHL players. Inspired by Rick,
a hometown kid from Columbus got to live out his dream and play in the NHL alongside his childhood hero.
And tonight, the city that fell in love with Rick Nash celebrates, as 61 becomes the first number raised to the rafters at Nationwide Arena.
Well, we have kept him waiting long enough. It's time now. Let's hear from the man of the night at forward, number 61, your captain, Rick Nash.
Thank you. It's been 19 years, 4 months, and 23 days since I stepped on this ice for my first time in front of you. That night, I scored my first goal, and I heard that roar that I just heard, and I've missed it so much. Thank you. I'm going to try to keep this short because there is a hockey game tonight. I want to thank Patrice Bergeron and the Boston Bruins for joining tonight. They have a great group. They have a great group of leaders there. And I can tell you one thing, this summer, that room got a lot better with Nick Foligno. It's an honor to share tonight with Nick in his welcome back to Columbus. Thank you to Boone Jenner, the Columbus Blue Jacket players, coach and staff. As Aaron pointed out earlier, I've sat through a few of these, and it's never fun to sit through them before a big game, so I really appreciate it, guys. I want to thank the McConnell family and the ownership partners. I truly believe that we have the right people in place as owners that will do whatever it takes to win a Stanley Cup in Columbus. John, thank you for Augusta. That is number one on my bucket list, and I am so grateful for that. I know Mr. Mack is up watching right now. He's sitting with my Nana, with Matthias Kivlenix, and John Christie. Mr. Mack always used to come in the room and ask why I had a little bit of dirt on my chin. So I'm sure he's turning to Kivy, JC, and Nana and saying, Rick couldn't be cleanly shaved for this event? Thank you, Mr. Mack, for all you've done, not only for the Blue Jackets, but for Columbus. Mike Priest has been here for a very long time, and he's been a fair leader ever since the day I met him. Mike, I just want to say a quick thank you for always supporting in me, always believing in me, not only as a player, but to bring me back in a front office position. Thank you. When I think about my next chapter in hockey, and I look for a mentor, I didn't have to look very far. Jarmo Kekalainen is one of the best, hardest working GMs the NHL has. And I want... Jarmo, it's been so much fun to learn off you, and not only professionally, but as a friend too. And I admire the work that you put in for this organization, and it's just fun to sit back and watch. Thank you. John Davidson, we kept missing each other. You came here, I left, I came back, you left, and now we're finally back together in the right spot. I can't think of a bigger hockey legend than John Davidson from all aspects, whether it's media, front office, or as a goalie. John, I'm so excited to be working with you now to try to bring a Stanley Cup to Columbus. The one thing that I missed the most when I retired was the camaraderie and having 25 brothers that I get to share my thoughts, my feelings with. It was a tough time right after retirement, and I want to say a quick thank you to Josh Flynn, Chris Clark, and Basil McRae. You guys brought me in and treated me as one of your own. Thank you. To the second hardest working GM in the business, Doug McLean. You are the reason I am standing here today. You put your name on the line to draft me, and I'll never forget that. It's amazing to think that when Doug started here, there was no arena. I'm sure there wasn't a logo or a team name. Think about the energy and excitement that Doug brought to this city and this organization to build the game of hockey. I remember one night where he brought that excitement down to the dressing room when I had my first NHL fight. It was right over there where that 61 is. And there was 3 minutes left in the period. So after I got my 5-minute major, I just went to the room to serve it. I went back into the trainer's room to watch the rest of the game. Next thing I know, I was hearing doors slam. It was Doug making a straight line for me. He said, "Nasher, never fight again. I pay guys to fight. It's not you." I don't know how he got down so fast from up there to back there. It was incredible. Thank you for being here, Doug. I had a coach for 1 year in New York, John Tortorella, and obviously Torts did a tremendous job here in Columbus. I feel like sometimes we forget the few coaches before him, especially this one, who validated the Columbus Blue Jackets as a true NHL playoff team, Ken Hitchcock. Hitch, I like the speech that you said, because mine was right along the same lines. I can honestly say that you single-handedly changed my game. Before you got here, I was known to score goals, and that was it. I remember stepping off the plane in Colorado, and you pulled me aside right on the runway, and you said, "Nasher, what kind of player do you want to be? Are you just happy with scoring goals and not playing penalty kill, not being out there in the last minute of the game if we're up a goal?" And I committed myself to you right there and said I want to be the best complete player in the NHL. We worked at it, and I feel like we got there. You're a big reason why I'm standing here, Hitch. You had a huge influence on me, not only as a player, but as a leader too. So thank you for coming tonight. To the CBJ alumni here tonight, this banner doesn't represent just me. It represents all of us. All of us that wore the jerseys, or the jersey, all the teammates I had over the years, and especially one special one, Jody Shelley. Jody, you took an 18-year-old kid under your wing and protected him on the ice and off the ice. It doesn't go unnoticed what you do here, not only on TV, but for the community. And you are a true cornerstone of this organization. To mention a few other alumni that are here, Derek Dorsett, Jared Bowl. I guess I like hanging out with tough guys. It's weird. Pascal Leclerc, and finally, Aaron Johnson. Thank you for the kind words. I look at you four guys as teammates, but more importantly, as lifelong friends. Thank you, guys. Tonight, this banner represents a moment in CBJ history. It's the first one ever going up, and it's a huge deal for the organization. I feel like our staff and our workers are so excited about this, and we have a special few that have been here since day one. Jason Zupano, Mark Grenier, Kate Schumann, Jim Connolly, Dan Singleton, Mark Gregory, J.D. Kershaw, T.J. LaMandola, Todd Chirac, Julie Gamble, Jamie Healy, and one of the best equipment managers in the business, Timmy Leroy. To think of those workers here from day one, I truly hope that you guys feel the same pride of that banner going up tonight that I will. Joe Resnick, my agent, you have been with me in a working relationship since I was 14 years old. You've always wanted what's best for me and my family. That does not go unnoticed, and I'm happy you made the trip to come here tonight. A lot of my friends and family are here to celebrate this great moment. We got to celebrate it a bit last night, and I think some celebrated a little harder than others. I want you guys to know that you supported me, the person, not me, the hockey player. Thank you. To my mom, dad, and brother, it always wasn't easy. We had to work for everything we got. Whether it was working for a snowboard jacket or a new pair of glasses before I left for London, you always made sure to get it done. Playing minor hockey was expensive. You had to do bake sales, bingo nights, and whatever it took just to hit the money that it cost. I remember my dad telling me a story one time of him coming to see me play for the London Knights. He stopped at the gas station to fill up his car, knowing that he had no money to make it to London. He went inside and he handed him his guitar as collateral. He then went back next week when he could afford the gas and traded the guitar back for his gas. That's the stuff my parents went through in order for me to play hockey. And that's what makes nights like tonight so special. Jessica, my wife, I know I'm not the easiest person to live with. I want to thank you for giving up your career for my dreams. It means the world to me, and along the way, we've made a beautiful family. You always pick me up when I've been down, and you truly are a huge piece of tonight. Most of all, you're a great mom, and that's what I love about you the most. To my kids, Mac, Ellie, and Finn. You guys probably won't remember this, but we can watch it on video as you get older. You guys are my life. You guys are my world. I hope tonight you can just think of what a young 18-year-old kid from Brampton did when he dreamed. He dreamed of being an NHL hockey player, and he got to live his dream out. I love you guys. That brings me to the most important people in the building tonight, the fifth line. You watched an 18-year-old kid grow up right in front of your eyes. You guys were very patient with me. There was a lot of ups and downs, but I'll tell you one thing. You guys made it easy to compete and work hard in a Blue Jacket jersey. This banner doesn't represent what I did, it represents what we did. My family and I are proud of the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're proud to live in Columbus, Ohio. I hope as you guys watch this banner go up to the rafters tonight, you can think about your favorite CBJ moments that you've spent with your family, friends, and loved ones. I am so humbled and so honored to lay 61 to rest right where it belongs beside Mr. Mack. Thank you.
Rick, when I had the privilege of calling what was arguably your greatest highlight goal, I said it doesn't get any better than this. I was wrong. It doesn't get any better than this right now. At this time, I'd like to invite you and your family to take your places as we honor your contribution to the Blue Jackets and the city of Columbus by raising the banner to the rafters here at Nationwide Arena forever as we retire the number 61.